I spoke to my daughters twice today about this. I've spoke to them twice and I've gone, is there anything that you, I mean, they laughed and laughed. This morning, they couldn't have laughed anymore when they were watching the videos, the CCTV videos to music. They couldn't have laughed harder. They went, it's absolutely brilliant what you've done to expose the police. And then, and my eldest said, but I don't want you to talk about this part.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't. And I said, I've just gone, they've moved on with their lives over certain things. They're happy with what I'm doing, but I always go, right, I'm doing this. Is there anything that you don't want talking about? And they'll just go, yeah, I'm fine with that, or don't talk about that.
Cool. And look, you've got a good relationship with them by the sounds of it and stuff like that. But this is why I wanted to get you on. I know if we were to go through every arrest that you'd been through, we'd be here till God knows gone midnight. But going through your arrests and stuff, the reason I wanted you on, because this is why a lot of people don't have faith within the police, whatever constabulary it is, whether it be Cheshire, whether it be Merseyside, whether it be the Metropolitan Police.
Cheshire Police is absolutely crooked. You're supposed to have, you've got your chief constable, and then you've got your crime commissioner, and then in the middle, then above your crime commissioner, you've got a chief executive to the crime commissioner, and he's basically got the power to instruct the crime commissioner to investigate the chief constable. And the problem is, they're all feeding out the same pot, and they're all protecting each other. And
you should be what's the name that it's down the middle. You don't have any affiliation or whatever it is.
You've got Dan Price, the crime commissioner, ex-Warrington Council, so he's protecting Warrington Borough Council, and he's a Labour Party, long-time Labour Party. Then you've got Damian Taylor, who's protecting. I've met him, and he will protect the organisation, whether it's the crime commissioner, the office of the crime commissioner, or the chief constable.
Yeah.
And the chief constable, I found him quite weak when I've met him, literally. But if he's associating with the chief exec of Warrington Borough Council.
But all this, Damian, this has started from you raising concerns about your children's welfare at school. This is which you would do. The school's not dealing with it. You've gone to the council, or you've gone to this one, and you've gone to that one. And because at the end of the day, nothing's being done about it. You're worried for your children's safety. Other parents are worried about their children's safety. A young girl's been murdered.
You've got.
You know what I mean? It's like.
So you've got three. I've got 3 arrests up till Brianna gets murdered. You've got Brianna Ghey, who's special educational needs, so she was failed in school. You've got Scarlett Jenkinson. She was special educational needs. She was failed in school. You've got Eddie. He was failed in school, special educational needs. There's an issue where you've got like special educational needs kids, 2 of them killing another one, and then
which you were trying to raise concerns about.
Well, Scarlett was excluded from school. Scarlett was excluded from her school, and then because her mum works for Warrington Borough Council, if she's not fit to be in school, you then don't put her in another school. She could have either been homeschooled, or she could have gone to, in effect, a naughty kids, a special educational needs
Where you
school.
have a bit more time with them, and they put a lot of time in it.
She shouldn't have been put in,
a public school.
She shouldn't have been put in a public school. She should not have been doing it. Mine were excluded from school through me complaining about educational safeguarding failures. Mine didn't get educated, but Scarlett was placed in a school. And so what happened in the meeting that I had with Cheshire Police at school is we had the meeting in school with the school staff. We had the police there, Melissa Marshcroft. She got my daughter's student records, and this is where everything's hidden. It's like they want the schools to look brilliant to Ofsted.
Yeah.
But there's but the police officer literally just she sat over the thing. She just went like, look at this, look. There's, and she opened it, and all the pages were empty. She said, "There's none of everything that we know your children have been through. Nothing that's happening at school. None of the bullying.
Documented.
None of it was. So if an Ofsted inspector went into that school, all that glitters is not gold, and said, let's look at
incidents and stuff like that. It wasn't logged.
None of it is. None of it. Absolutely none of it.
So this is why I'm getting the understanding now of like,
so
what the hell's going on here? Do you know
so
what I
when
mean?
Scarlett was transferred to her new school with this, whatever her student records were, it didn't show that she'd been excluded because she'd given drugs to a younger lad in the school library at lunchtime who ended up in hospital. So in effect, she's supplying drugs to another kid in school and gets away with it. She shouldn't have been in school. She shouldn't have been in any school. And the police knew about it.
So I mean, look,
and it was all one big cover up. She should not have been in school. So when I say Brianna Ghey,
it could have been.
When I say it could have been prevented, and it's why I reported Cheshire Police and Warrington Council to the police, to the IOPC, to Her Majesty's Government Inspector for corporate manslaughter and corporate homicide. I'm
going to ask you something now, Damian. Do you think this is why they're coming after you? Because you're not going, because...
It's not going to go away.
I know, listen, a young girl has been, tragically murdered, brutally murdered, do you know what I mean? I know it was nationwide news and stuff like that. But the way she was murdered and stuff like that, like I said to you before, when you found out she was murdered, I don't, when you're screaming from the rooftops about goings on in the school. How did you feel, or when you found out about this young girl being,
My daughter said at the time, she said, I don't know how Scarlett has managed to befriend Brianna because they're so opposite to each other. I was angry, I was upset because it was like I'd been saying someone's going to end up dead.
And other parents were saying it as well, or
well, after at the time there was only me. Everyone was going, "Oh, well done for what you're doing, well done for what you're doing," and standing up for it. And I'm going, "But why aren't you doing it?" And other parents were going, "Oh, can you show us your complaint? Can you help us do your complaint? Can you help us do our complaint to the council off yours?" And I'm going, "Yeah, send me yours." And that's how I know that there's. So when I found out that Brianna had died.
Well, she was murdered, wasn't she? It brutally.
I was really. I look at me now.
I can see. I'm looking at you, and I can see it within your eyes. You're upset and you're angry because no one listened to you, and it could have been prevented.
It doesn't matter that people did. It's not matter that people. I was whistleblowing. I'm telling the government. There's a massive email trail to everybody. There's going. There is safeguarding failures here. I'm warning you, a child will end up dead. It's like that is a massive.
That's scary. That's scary.
That is a really bold statement to make, and you'd come over as absolutely off your nut.
We need to sort this straight away.
Yeah.
That's and like you.
I honestly thought it was going to be mine, and it was like I remember thinking one of my kids is going to end up dead if this carries on, because one of an employee from Warrington Borough Council. This is how bad Warrington Council is. That when another girl came onto one of my children, and that was rejected in a sexual way,
right, okay,
completely inappropriate, and the comments that were going were they were inappropriate,
yeah, of course, yeah,
and they were over. They weren't like, "Oh, you look nice." They were just they were worse than that. Yeah. And my daughter went round to the girl's house to say to the mum, "It's like you need to stop your daughter." And then so the woman.
I'm not that way inclined. I'm not out on the street or whatever. Or
she came running out of the house and punched my daughter in the face and busted her nose. It was reported to Warrington Borough Council. It's just. It was reported to. I'm not even sure the direction I was going in then. I'm not even sure where I'm going with it.
No, you were speaking about like your daughter, and obviously what happened to Brianna and stuff like that, and trying to be prevented, and you thought it was going to be one of your own children, and then obviously you were saying about, people were saying well done for what you're doing, and then obviously
the only thing I ever wanted for my daughters, all I was fighting for was when their education was going down. I'm saying, I want extra support in these that they're failing in. That's all I was ever doing was going, I want, this is what I want for my daughters. And then all I'm fighting for is education and safeguarding. And Cheshire Police are, I mean, as a result of the incident with the school where I was falsely accused of assaulting a kid, and then my stepdad died, Cheshire Police then opened an investigation into Warrington Council and the employee at the school that made the allegation. And then he called me, his name was PC Joseph Guest. He called me up and said, I'm just ringing to let you know, he said, this guy's got he's got a case to answer. And then an inspector called Ruth Atherton from Cheshire Police, Professional Standards Department, then rushed to the school, confiscated the CCTV.
It went missing.
Buried the case. This is, and this is every complaint I had, a council employee hack my email account. She got convicted of harassment, an 8-week prison sentence. It's all just, and that's, you're only up to arrest 3 by this.
But this is what I'm saying. If we were to go through every single arrest, I mean, look, it become not so much fast forward because you've got so much to speak about and exposing, you know, what you've been through, you know, as a family, and you know, you're being. To me, it's being like you're being by certain Cheshire Police and you know. You're saying Warrington Borough Council, it seems to have it, because you're exposed, like, or you're speaking about, you know, and you've got every right to speak. Everyone's entitled to have their own. But when you're being shut down and you're being tracked and you're being followed and you're being arrested and you're being this, that, and the other, I mean, it's scary.
So last Monday at Liverpool Crown Court, so in round about the most recent arrest. 3:45 in the morning, I post something on, I post a tweet on X. It's absolutely not, when you actually read the thread, it's actually about, it's a conversation over the Daily Mail. And then I go to court on Monday, and a senior judge is brought in that's never had this case before at Liverpool Crown Court. It's through Cheshire Police and the assault where the body-worn video's all. And I say to him, he just says, Mr. Harry, what do you want? And I said, I want the original master copies of all 7 police officers. I want an audit trail, a bit-by-bit audit trail of it, and I want a evidential statement. And he goes, right, that's fine. He says, I'll order that. The Crown Prosecution Service are there. They've been denying it exists. They've been saying it's missing, it's this, it's lie. He
gets it.
He says, I want it in court, given to me by 31st of January. And he's gone, right. But he's been lying and lying and lying. This has been going on since 2022. We're now 3 years and 4 months into this original assault, and they've all been lying ever since.
Thanks for watching this clip. If you like what you see, click the link below to watch the full episode, and give us a little subscribe as well.